Now, my next guest graduated magna cum laude from Gonzaga University School of Law, where she was on the Law Review. She was a private practice attorney with Ellis Lee McKinstry in Seattle, where she did both civil and criminal cases. Joined the Alliance Defending Freedom back in 2015, focused on rights of individuals being unjustly compared to forfeit those rights under threat of government retaliation, fines, or punishment. She's now involved in a major First Amendment freedom of speech case. She'll tell us about that in just a second. Please welcome to the program Senior Counsel, Alliance Defending Freedom, Kate Anderson.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Kate, thank you so much for coming on. Have you been watching the hearings? Anything surprise you so far?
Just bits and pieces, but certainly any nominee should have a strong public record that demonstrates their commitment to our first freedoms, and I'm hoping that that comes through in these hearings. This justice particularly seems well-equipped in that regard.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not going to try and butcher the names of these litigants. I can pronounce, I think, the name of the second litigant, Przyszewski, as I proceeded to mispronounce it. Przyszewski, tell us about this case involving two former Georgia Gwinnett College students.
Well, government officials should never get a free pass when they violate someone's constitutional rights, but that's exactly what's happened in this case. We represent Chike Uzigbunam, who was a student at Georgia Gwinnett College. He wanted to share his Christian faith with students, so he found a public place on campus and began conversing with interested students about his religious beliefs. But he was stopped not once but twice by the university. First, officials told him he had to get advance permission and reserve a space in a speech zone, one of two tiny speech zones that were only open about 10% of the week and made up what would be equivalent to standing on a piece of paper in a football field. But he did exactly what they asked. He reserved a time, he got permission, and then when he went to speak, he was stopped again, this time by two police officers who told him that he would face discipline if he continued to peacefully share his religious beliefs. This case went before the court. ADF defended Chike's First Amendment rights. The college initially said that his speech should receive no constitutional protection, which should be disturbing to all of us, but then later changed its policies just enough to get the court to dismiss the case, but not to actually remedy the wrong to Chike or prevent the college from later doing the same kind of thing to someone else. And that's why this case is now before the U.S. Supreme Court, asking this question of whether courts can continue to hold government officials accountable when they violate someone's rights.
I'm talking to Alliance Defending Freedom Senior Counsel Kate Anderson. Kate, on this same campus, have they allowed people with left-wing points of view to publicly express those points of view without anybody interfering with them?
There is some concern that there were other groups that were permitted to speak in the public areas and not just reserved to the speech zones. And this is something that even on other campuses we're seeing sort of across the country. Our Center for Academic Freedom is looking into and litigating cases like this all across the country where you see college officials really trying to curb free speech rights for students on college campus, when college campus should be a place where students can explore ideas and freely debate with each other.
Kate Anderson, ACLU, have they taken a position on this case?
Yes, we are actually very much aligned on this case.
Whoa. Wait, hell just froze over. You telling me the ACLU has taken the correct position for a change?
Well, public interest groups and scholars from across the ideological spectrum agree with us in this case because they see that it's important that courts be able to hold government officials accountable. They can't just freely violate people's constitutional rights and then get a free pass by trying to sort of play with the policy after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're seeing people come in an amicus capacity, filing briefs with the Supreme Court, supporting Chike and supporting these important freedoms for everyone in the country.
Now, I'm talking to Alliance Defending Freedom Senior Counsel Kate Anderson, who pro bono represents these college students we've been talking about. If you want people like Kate to continue to do what she's doing, we've got to step up. So please invest in the Freedom Fund. Go to my website, larryelder.com. You'll see the Alliance Defending Freedom banner at the very top. You can click on the banner at the top of the page, or you can call in your donation, 888-670-1599, 888-670-1599. Kate, where does this case stand right now?
Right now, it is before the U.S. Supreme Court. We're expecting oral argument to be sometime in the early part of 2021. Certainly, there's been some scheduling issues with the court given all of the issues in our country, particularly the pandemic. But we are looking forward to bringing these issues to the court and hoping to really preserve everybody's freedom of speech on college campus and elsewhere.
Please go to my website, larryelder.com. You'll see the Alliance Defending Freedom banner at the very top. Please contribute to the Freedom Fund, or you can click on that banner, or you can call in 888-670-1599. That's 888-670-1599. Kate Anderson, Alliance Defending Freedom Senior Counsel. Kate, thank you so much for taking the time. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on the show.
And good luck.